Hi and welcome to Ali Lives Well on Less. I'm Ali. I'm a 58-year-old early retired teacher currently living on my reduced teacher's pension of around £9,000 a year. It's reduced because I spent many of my 35 years of teaching working part-time and job sharing. So it's not a full teacher's pension. This is a question I get asked a lot. And no, I'm not getting my state pension yet. That is another 9 years until I'm 67. So for just now, yes, I am living on my teacher's pension of around £9,000 a year. So today is Money Monday, and I usually talk about an aspect of finances. I'm not a financial advisor. I talk purely from my own perspective in what I have done and what I do. So today I'm going to talk about what happens when you start talking about money and pension. Um, this wasn't the video that I was planning to do for today, so forgive me if I wander slightly, and also if I'm a bit wriggly and you hear snuffling noises. I do have a sort of sleepy Luna on my knee here, and she's decided for some reason that she has to clean her paws right now rather noisily and is chewing the nails. So forgive me if I wander. So I knew when I started this channel that people would have questions, and that's fine. I don't mind answering questions, but oh boy, do people have opinions. They have opinions on what I'm doing. They have opinions on what I should be doing, and they tell me quite forcefully, I should be doing this, or why am I not doing that? And they have opinions on things I say in videos, making a snapshot judgment based on something I have said or talked about, not really understanding that I may have misspoke, and I have done that, and I have corrected myself if people pick me up on it. And also there are just some aspects of my life that I'm not sharing. So questions about my family circumstances, that's not the focus of this channel, and I won't be discussing them. And that's to protect other people's privacy and circumstances. So talking about money, I get a lot of flack from some quarters on the fact that I say I'm living on my £772 a month and that I must have secret savings or the perennial, you're getting a state pension as well. What are you moaning about? No, I'm not getting my state pension. I'm 58. You don't get your state pension in the UK until you're 67, unless, of course, the government changes the goalposts again. But that's that. I'm not going to get political. That is not the focus of this channel. But as I said, I can only talk about my circumstances. So I get a lot of questions about, you must have secret savings. I also get a lot of, you're too rich, you're too poor, I'm pretending to be poor, I don't look poor. Someone commented that I didn't look poor because I'm sitting on this particular sofa. Yeah, it's a leather sofa. It was secondhand to me, and the bit that I'm currently sitting on has a big rip in the seat cushion, and it's covered by a blanket. So again, someone making a judgment by just what they see in the video. So I did say I would ramble. Right, back on track. So if you're new here or you haven't quite understood something I've said in a previous video, I worked for 35 years as a teacher. For the last 11 of those years, I was full-time, and I was in a financial position where I could save half of my salary each month because I became extremely frugal. So I had saved quite a lot of money. I always knew if you've looked at my £5 in my purse story, I always knew that at some point I would need to downsize because I knew I wouldn't have a full teacher's pension. So I always knew that I was going to downsize and do what I'm doing now. So earlier this year, the second last day in May, so May the 30th, 2024, I sold my large 4-bedroom home, and the proceeds from that home plus my savings, I was able to buy 2 smaller properties. So I am currently living in a small 2-bedroom semi-house, and I bought a 2-bedroom flat to rent to a family member at a lower rental income. And that's the bit that people seem to get their knickers in a twist. So I'm going to address that just now. Yes, I own a second property and I paid heavily in tax for that. It was almost £12,000 on top of my legal fees and all the other fees that I paid to move house and buy houses. So I used all of the proceeds from my house sale and the savings that I had, and I've bought these 2 properties, and at some point I will, thank you, at some point I will be able to use the rental income, but at the moment the low rent I charge is not covering so far all the costs that are incurred by being a legal landlord, and I am a legally registered landlord. And there are lots of costs involved in that, and there are also lots of costs involved in owning a property. So when I had, sorry, Luna is just deciding to, you probably see a bum. So, oh dear, I've lost my thread now. So when all the dust had settled, I knew I had a little bit, and I mean a little bit of money. I'm not sitting in a pot of savings. I have, excuse me, I have set aside some money for things that the flat might need doing and some things that might need doing in the house. So I know I can cover my house insurance and my car insurance, which is due in the next few months. And this is something that people keep picking up in my videos. What about car insurance? I've got that covered. I've got that covered for the first year. After the first year, I'm hoping that there will be enough rental income left over from all the costs, including I will have to declare it to Inland Revenue, so I'll be paying tax on that. So I may, fingers crossed, have a little bit of extra income that I will be able to put into savings that will cover all the costs that people keep coming at me for. So what if your roof falls off? What if your car breaks down? What if? That will cover the what ifs. So I hope that clears up some of the repetitive questions, and I am aware that I have some new subscribers that have come from a source elsewhere. So if you haven't been following my journey up to now, then I can appreciate that it might be confusing if you're trying to work out how I'm doing this and how I am managing to live on that small amount. The other question that keeps continually popping up is, why am I paying so much for my dog? Well, I've explained before, Luna is my luxury. I live on my own. Having a large dog gives me security and protection and companionship. And I may have misspoke in my video where I was breaking down all my costs. When I said I was paying £16 a month for Fleet and Wormer, I didn't say that also covers vaccinations and free nurse checkups and weight checkups, and you get 1 free vet appointment a year. So that's a good example of some of the things that people keep picking me up on. So if you ask me nicely, I will answer the questions. Some people are just rude, and I've left these rude comments, and I have tried to politely answer them, but I'm also not above giving you a snarky comment back. So yeah. So, but as I say, I know talking about money is challenging for some people, and that's why I'm doing it. That's why I am talking about how I've done it, how I'm encouraging people to at least think about it. I am not saying you have to do it this way. I don't have a magical solution for somebody who is struggling or wants to find an easy way to get to where I am. This has taken 35 years to get here. It's taken 14 years of extreme frugal living to get to this point as well. And I think that's where some of the negative comments come in, because there is no magical solution to being able to retire early or having enough money to do what you want. I'm reminded of a very famous experiment that's talked about a lot in education. It's called the marshmallow experiment. I can't remember who originally done it, and it has been repeated many times. But it's basically, if you give a 5-year-old a marshmallow and you tell them that if they can wait, I can't remember the amount of time, but if they wait 1 minute and don't eat the marshmallow, they'll get a second one. So effectively they'll get 2 marshmallows. And then you leave the room and you see if the child eats the marshmallow or waits, knowing that they're going to get 2 in a minute. And that apparently is a good indicator of whether they are going to be good at delayed gratification. So in other words, if you can delay something now that will benefit you in the future, i.e. you're going to get 2 marshmallows, then you'll do well in life. And basically what I'm doing is delayed gratification. I gave up things. I stopped doing things. I changed my way of life so that I could do this now. And I'm sorry I can't solve everybody's issues if someone says that they were just so poor that they didn't believe me. They're too poor. They didn't believe that I only had £5 in my purse at one point in my life. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That was 14 years ago. It's not now. It's 14 years ago. So yeah. But I know I can't please everyone. And if you don't like me, you don't like my channel, that's fine. I'm not for you. There are brilliant channels out there. They're absolutely brilliant channels. And I do try and be honest in my titles so that I'm not putting clickbait up. I'm not putting a title up that says I'm talking about something or I'm doing something that I'm not. It's like, if I see a video on YouTube that says how to change the oil on your Kawasaki motorbike, I'm not going to read that, because I'm not going to watch that, because that's not of interest to me. So if you're not interested in an old fogey, as someone said, and by the way, you didn't spell it correctly, if you're not interested in an old fogey talking about how they retired early from teaching, that's fine. That's fine. I'm at an age and stage of my life where it doesn't bother me if you like me or not like me, or believe me or not believe me. That's on you. That's on you. There are tons of brilliant channels out there that I'm sure will give you the secret magic solution to become a millionaire overnight by doing nothing. Again, back to the marshmallow experiment. So apologies if this has been a bit rambly. I was trying to, Luna got an extra long walk this morning because I was trying to formulate how and what I was going to say. So I'm going to watch this back and see if it makes sense. If it does, you're watching this now, and obviously if it doesn't, I've binned it and I'll make a different video. But yes, this YouTube life is it's interesting, and I am enjoying it. And I want to say thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I am now unbelievably at over 5,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. And as I've said to some of the more narky comments, even if you comment negatively, it adds to the algorithm. So, you know, engagement is engagement, and as I said, I will do my best to try and politely answer all queries. So if there's anything I've said and you want to comment on it, please do. I really enjoy the comments. Somebody said that this is a great community. Yeah, yeah. I think we're starting to build a nice community here where we talk sensibly about money and obviously share frugal tips on how to save money and do things. And I have learned a few things already, and I am researching and thinking about some of the things that people say. So if you have a thought on something, please share. Because it is all food for thought. So hopefully Luna is going to let me sign off here, because apparently one of my neighbours is now getting a Tesco delivery, so she's about to leap up. Then I could get it all. Yeah. So thank you so much if you've managed to get to the end of this video, and I will catch up with you again on Foodie Friday. So have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye.